Welcome, my friends, to a place where we share inspiration and positivity. Hello and a warm welcome to our channel. Today, we're delving into Aoyagi Metals Company. Commonly known as AIK in America and Aoyagi in Japan, was a Japanese company that became notable in the years for its radio-controlled cars. The company began in the years manufacturing metal chassis for slotcar racing. 1978 saw the introduction of the UX, a 1/12 scale on-road racer, which was the start of the RX series of scale on-road chassis. The UX followed and took the Japan Model Racing Car Association All-Japan Championship title in 1980, the first of 3 consecutive titles for the company. In 1984, Joel Johnson won the title on his first trip to Japan with Trinity. Conventional manufacturers mounted their differential gears between the right rear wheel and the motor compartment, but AIK placed theirs within the axle, which centered the weight more proportionately and kept the differential gears protected. By 1984, they resorted to an outboard gear diff, much like the current Delta of the time. In 1982, the same year that AYK took its 3rd consecutive 1/12 title with the UX Excel, like other manufacturers, AIK broke into the 110 off-road body market with the 566B Super Trail. The body included aluminum chassis, enclosed transmission with all aluminum gears, and a waterproof radio case. This model was closely followed in the early 80s by a series of race-ready off-road buggies which saw reasonable success on the semi-pro circuit. By the mid-years, AIK abandoned the 110 two-wheel drive off-road to concentrate on off-road four-wheel drive models and on-road scale. After winning the Japan Model Racing Car Association 1/12 on-road title with the Super Parsec, the company began its decline following the death of its president in 1989. The Japanese asset price bubble Baborukiki bursting in Japan was the other primary reason AYK closed down. These 2 events had more to do with AYK closing than the common overseas racing car market rumor. One of its staff members, Tatsuo Watanabe, left the company by 1986 to emigrate to the United States to start up Hobby Products International, a company specializing in radio-controlled cars. Later on, some other employees found themselves working either for his company Hiroyuki Ida or rival manufacturer Mugen Seiki Tokoshi Ezawa and Koji Sonoda. The Koiwa AIK office still stands, although the service center is now an apartment complex. In this part of the video, we'll be delving deeper into current market and analyzing its key components. Due to relatively small numbers, imported examples of AYK radio-controlled cars are now extremely rare outside Japan and as such have inflated prices. Prices in Japan have also risen on and off-road cars due to the ease that the internet allows overseas buyers to use Japanese auctions, while on-road still may be purchased at reasonable prices from the Japanese second-hand market due to this class being less popular with overseas buyers. Early AYK radio-controlled cars from the golden era, the early to mid-years, command high prices. Many AYK slot cars seem to have been imported to Australia and were actually stamped and sold as AYK. Australia would be a better source for AYK cars if one is hunting. In this section, we'll be peeling back the layers of slot cars to reveal its true essence. AYK manufactured slot car chassis that included brass chassis, stamped steel chassis similar to the Flexi from Palmer, and a bolt-together parallel dragster chassis, to name a few. One item of note from AYK was the controller that AYK made for slot car racing. Unlike the current controllers that are all based on the Rusket, AYK manufactured a controller that was held in the left hand and had a lever that controlled the speed using the right hand. This controller was the standard in Japan for a while. AYK also OEM various slot car parts and chassis to American companies. AYK also produced OEM parts for such companies such as Trinity during the years for the scale buggy market. As we progress, let's zoom in on motorsports and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. AYK sponsored the Nissan Fairlady ZC team in the WEC Championship. This car was copied in scale by AYK and is one of the bodies available in the RG Impulse kit. AYK also sponsored Toshiya Suzuki's Formula 3 entry. The car was either Toyota or Alfa Romeo powered. The March 803 was red with blue three-color AYK logos, one on each side and one forward of the cockpit. These logos were hand-cut by AYK Chief of Media Design. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on on-road and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. The chassis are listed followed by the bodies that were available with the kits in the Japanese market. Race Prep, who was the second importer of AYK in America, kits are not included as a complete list is not available at this time. Big Nova, Big March, Big Renault, Alpine B, Big Martini, Porsche 936 78 Type 2 March, Novas, Chevron KIR 801 Novas, Basic Porsche at Capri Turbo, Super Expert Mooncraft Special AYK Special RXL AYK Special RXL AYK Special X-Lurk Porsche 956 AYK Special Rossi Cyclone Creamer Porsche Launcher LC AYK Special 2 Ford Quattro Creamer Porsche Launcher LC Grand Champion Special IG Impulse Fairladies ZC Xavi Quattro Auto Coast Porsche 956. This chassis was designed by the owner of the Ikimura circuit in Yokohama. The car was further developed jointly by AYK and Kyosho. This is the reason Xavi and Kyosho found them look very similar. Launchilk Interceptor CRX Parsec AYK Special 3 Porsche 962 CRX Parsec II Proceed Porsche 962 Super Parsec Proceed Super Parsec SE Grand Champion 88 Super Parsec Basic Grand Champion 88 Super Parsec SV Grand Champion 88 Bun Racer at Benz a Pontiac Trans Am. Let's now turn our attention to OEM and examine its role within the larger context. But Ishihara is a company named after its founder Naoki Ishihara. He is a scale racer in Japan that developed his own ideas about what he needed in a scale car. Before the introduction of the NX series, he was producing his own aftermarket parts for scale cars. Even though AYK produced the NX series, they still competed against them with their own series of cars. Ishihara is not the only company AYK produced cars for. Many European companies imported AYK cars and simply placed their sticker on the box. Roadrunner OPT Roadrunner R. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on off-road as we explore its nuances and implications. Super Trail Sidewinder Boxer Buffalo Bobcat Viper Shuttle Radiant Pro Boost Maverick Aska Limited Production Bun Off-Roader Mitsubishi Pajero. In the following segment, we'll be examining accessories in greater detail. 200 300 Earth chargers at tire cutters wheel balancer Zerib motors Zaib motors Magnum Arosaria Burlob motors Command Stir Ox motors black diff covered Xern carbon diff covered Xers diff sets Dino MAX Dino Junior ISK DC Earth dish August's motor spray high speed 1200 washing spray pole position con drops lube car carrier tire cutter. I'm here to provide you with the best information, so let me know what else you'd like to learn about.